Hi, so we'll begin our practice today. First, with about 10 minutes of deep diaphragmatic breathing using weight on the abdomen. You can use sandbag or whatever kind of weight, maybe a bag of flour, a bag of rice, a bag of beans, sugar, sand, whatever you have available to you. And you want approximately 8 to 12 pounds of weight for your abdomen. I have a sandbag, looks like this, but all that's inside of it is a Ziploc baggie full of sand. And this is 8 pounds. Actually, this one is 10 pounds. And you lie down on your back and place the weight of this sandbag right on your lower ribs and over your belly button. So you don't want it super high where all of the weight's resting on your ribs, and you don't want it super low where the weight's resting on your hip bones. You want it right where it's resting on the lower part of your rib cage and over your belly, in particular your belly button. So go ahead and find a comfortable position lying down on your back. If you want to get a little pillow or a small blanket for your neck, and a bolster or a pillow for underneath your knees so that you can lay down comfortably, that's really important. Once you're laying down, grab the weight of whatever bag that you have and place it over your abdomen, just like this, lying down on your back. As you get comfortable, noticing the weight of the bag on your abdomen, then begin to notice your breathing. Notice if your breathing is more in your chest or if it's more in your abdomen. And just notice. Breathing in and out in a relaxed way. So with as little effort as possible, just feeling the flow of your breath moving in and out of your body. And gradually, slowly, begin to bring more attention to your in-breath. And as you breathe in, push your tummy up and into the weight of the sandbag. So you actually lift the sandbag with your inhalation. And then allow the sandbag to gently fall on your exhalation. Breathing in, you use the resistance of the weight. And breathing out, you allow the weight to assist you in letting go. Breathing in and out. And over time, your breath will naturally begin to slow down, naturally begin to lengthen. As you hone in your attention on the weight and breathing into the weight of the sandbag over your belly. Breathing in and out. Sense the flow of your breath. And begin to allow your breath to move one right into the next. So the inhalation moves right into the exhalation. And when the exhalation is complete, moves right back into the next inhalation. Not in a fast or forceful way, but in a continuous, unbroken stream. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Gradually, over time, the breath begins to get a little slower, a little deeper, a little longer, both on the inhale and the exhale. And as you begin to breathe in and out, noticing the flow of your breath, see if you can see how smooth your breath is. Oftentimes, there's a point within the breath cycle somewhere where there's some tension or jerkiness. And there's not much to do about it, it's just noticing. Gradually, as we release the gripping of being like having to do something and accomplish something, gradually, as we release and let go and relax into that, our breath will slowly become smoother and smoother. We can't force our breath to become smoother, but we can allow it to become smoother by simply witnessing where the breath is flowing smoothly on the inhalation and on the exhalation, and where it may not be. And as you breathe into the weight of a sandbag, you may also notice other areas of your abdomen or your back or your ribs move in response to your breath. So see if you can hone in your attention and notice all the little tissues and muscles and bones that move in response to your breath, both on the inhalation and on the exhalation. Breathing in and out. Connecting one breath right into the next. You can begin to sense a letting go or an unwinding of the nervous system, of your muscles, your bones, allowing the body to feel a little heavier on the ground, a little more relaxed. Every in breath is a form of nourishment, and every out breath is a cleansing. So you can begin to feel as you breathe in and you take in the air deep into the abdomen that you're nourishing every cell of your body. And as you let go and you allow the exhale to naturally release, you're breathing out toxins. You're breathing out stagnation or tension or pain. Breathing in nourishment, breathing in kindness, and breathing in the space. Breathing out pain, breathing out tension, breathing out stress. There is a sign, a biological cue that your nervous system begins to change from sympathetic to parasympathetic, which is from a stress response state to a relaxed, nourishing, healing state, when you begin to have more saliva in your mouth and you have a need to swallow. That's a really good indication for yourself to know, my nervous system has switched states. It's switched out of stress response and into rest, into digest, into healing. And once it's there, that's where you kind of want to stay for a little bit to reset the nervous system. This particular breathing pattern is the foundation of all other yogic practices, pranayama, and meditation. It's the foundation for healing, and it's what uh, activates the responses in the nervous system and in the body to rejuvenate the brain tissues, rejuvenate muscle tissues and organ tissues, to rejuvenate every aspect of your body, to digest our food, to become healthy, to become rested. It's very simple, and yet it's the absolute foundation for everything else. So it's the most important part of the practice, right here. If you happen to be in a time in your life when there's a lot of emotional distress or disturbance, either strong anger, depression, anxiety, mood swings, there is a breath practice you can move directly from here into to help alleviate emotional and mental distress. That breath practice is called 2 to 1 breathing. And it's where you inhale for a count. Let's say you inhale for the count of 3. You exhale for twice as long. So if you inhale for the count of 3, then you would exhale to the count of 6. You do so for 5 to 10 more minutes. Inhaling to a comfortable degree and exhaling twice as long as that. And you can begin. You can do this with the sandbag, you can do this without the sandbag, so it's up to you. Generally, if there's a lot of anxiety happening, then keeping the sandbag or some sort of weight on the body generally will help to calm the nervous system even more. If that count isn't good for you, you can inhale to the count of 2 and exhale to the count of 4. Inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 8. Whatever feels appropriate for your body. And this breath, as you're breathing right now, exhaling for twice as long as your inhale, it's like emptying out your cup to be filled and renewed. Oftentimes, with distressing emotions, they get stored in our body, they get stored in our nervous system, they get stored in our mind, and they get stored in our breath. And with this storage, it creates confusion, it creates exhaustion, creates a feeling of helplessness, and an uncertainty about how to move out of it. So each exhalation detoxifies, it washes away the storage of this distressful emotions. And if you breathe to this 2 to 1 count with that as an intention in mind, it will also facilitate and help it to be more prominent, the effects to be more prominent. You will see great reduction of mental emotional distress from this type of breathing. And be aware when you exhale for twice as long as you inhale, notice what it feels like for the next breath to come right in. Does it naturally come in? Or is there any effort in breathing back in? What does it feel like to extend the breath longer, exhaling fully, twice as long as you inhale? Is it challenging or is it easy? You want to come to a space where there's this fine balance between effort and effortlessness. And leaning more towards the effortless side of the spectrum, connect one breath right into the next, allowing the inhale to be half as long as the exhale, and thereby freeing the storage in our tissues and our nervous system and our mind of mental and emotional distress. This type of breathing has great effect on the chemical production in the brain, the neurotransmitters and the hormones that get produced when you're breathing like this help to create an emotional, mental space that brings clarity, that brings peace. It happens over time, not all at once. So we'll breathe like this for just another moment, inhaling and exhaling. Now, as you're ready, remove the sandbag from off of your abdomen and just take a few deep breaths in and out and notice the difference in breathing now with more freedom, without the weight of the bag on your abdomen. What does it feel like? Allow your breath to be natural, uninhibited, and without effort. Releasing the 2-to-1 breathing, just allow the breath to move in and out as it will. Then for the next 3 breaths, bring your attention to your feet. And as you breathe in, draw awareness from the bottoms of your feet through the body, all the way up through the torso, through the neck, through the face, and to the top of the head. And as you exhale, draw your awareness down through your body, through the legs, to the soles of your feet for 3 breaths in and out. And this is the breath practice. This practice stabilizes your nervous system, it rejuvenates the nervous system, and it creates a calm, clear, and tranquil mind. It helps to cleanse the body, the nervous system, and mind of emotional toxicity as well as physical toxicity. So make a note of how you feel now compared to when you began. Make a note, either written down or just a mental note, and honor that. Recognize that. It was simply in breathing, elongating your breath, making it continuous in and out, that creates a solid, stable nervous system that will give you a capacity to manage and to thrive in all types of situations in life. It's the baseline. And when the baseline is steady and when the baseline is healthy, then you may have a turbulence or ups and downs, but there's a strong baseline that keeps you feeling at peace even when things are challenging. And that is my wish for you. Have a great day. Thank you.